Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Afamara n'etiti mba niile, afamara n'etiti mba niile. Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Afamara n'etiti mba niile, afamara n'etiti mba niile. Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Jehovah Chimu bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Afamara n'etiti mba niile, ụwa niile ga-ama ya, ka ha mara n'etiti mba niile. Jehovah Chimu bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Jehovah Chimu bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze, Jehovah bụ eze. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara na Jizọs bụ eze. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara na Jizọs bụ eze. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa meekwanụ ka ụwa mara na Jizọs bụ eze. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara na Jizọs bụ eze. Bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara, bịa mee ka ụwa mara na Jizọs bụ eze. Onye m so n'azụ bụ dike, ọ bụ dike n'agha. Onye ahụ nke m so, onye m so n'azụ bụ dike, ọ bụ dike n'agha. Dike n'agha, dike n'agha, dike n'agha. Agụ na-eche mba bụ dike n'agha, dike n'agha. Onye amụma dike n'agha, onye amụma na-ebu dike n'agha. Chukwu abịa ma bụ dike n'agha. Onye nso n'azụ bụ dike, ọ bụ dike n'agha. Onye ahụ nke nso, onye nso n'azụ bụ dike, ọ bụ dike n'agha. Dike n'agha, dike n'agha, dike n'agha. Agụ na-eche mba bụ dike n'agha. Onye amụma na-ebu dike n'agha, onye amụma dike n'agha, onye amụma na-ebu dike n'agha. Chukwu abịa ma bụ dike n'agha. Dike n'agha, dike n'agha, dike n'agha. Agụ na-eche mba bụ dike n'agha. Dike n'agha, dike n'agha, onye amụma na-ebu dike n'agha, Chukwu abịa bụ dike n'agha, rigoro n'ocheeze. Onye amụma rigoro n'oruru gị o, rigoro n'ocheeze. Ndị eri atụ egwu rigoro, nna m ruru gị o, rigoro n'ocheeze. Papa rigoro n'oruru gị o, rigoro. Aṅụrụ ndụ rigoro na anyị na-akpọgide, rigoro n'ocheeze. Jehova rigoro n'oruru gị o, rigoro. Ocheeze fitiri gị, ocheeze fitiri gị o, 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 ocheeze fitiri gị o. Iyo iya iyo, iyo 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 ah, iyo iyo iyo, iyo iyo iyo, iyo iyo iya, iyo oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh, ayaya oh. Chukwu zara ekpere anyị ị zara ekpere m, Chukwu zara ekpere m, Chukwu abịa zara ekpere m, Chukwu zara ekpere m, ọ zara ekpere, Daddy zara ekpere m, Chukwu abịa zara ekpere anyị. Oyoyo ayeye 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 Igbo bụ Igbo, Igbo bụ Igbo, birikweni o, ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, mgbede ọma, depending your time zone. Anyị ya dịka echi, maka na echi adịghị agwụ agwụ ka anyị na-agba ya. Ọ bụ na isonyewo, what are you waiting for? Click the like button, subscribe, comment, share. If anyị na-ekwu na nke ikpeazụ onye elowe. If you are just coming across our channel for the very first time, you are welcome. This is Kelenda TV. We are live and we are direct, bringing you the gospel of redemption, like your doorstep. If I na-eme bụ common sense, the reason abụrụ na ịmara ife, mgbe ifekara anyị mara ifekara anyị gaa school, mana ọ maka ife ị na-echefu ka iji wee nọdụ. I just want to make common sense as always. Ụbọchị mara ya mma, ndị ife ọma na-adị mma. Ụbọchị mara ya mma, men and women of goodwill. Ụbọchị mara ya mma, ụbọchị mara ya mma. You are welcome. You are welcome. I have seen a whole lot of comments before from Asatina and many others. You are highly welcome. Tina Norienne, Makamele, Oliver Norienne, Makamele, Ezekenet Norienne, Makamele, Ezekenet. Meche Norienne, Meche watching from Libya. And again, can I na Libya? Egos nchabomo egos nke na-eme na media na Libya. Sorry, Kevin Norienne amaka mele Amaechi Norienne amaka mele Iwunne Norienne amaka mele. If you are watching us on Facebook, kindly join us on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you. Julius Norienne Julius Ọkpara Norienne Ọkpara maka mele Mao Norienne maka mele Doreen Norienne maka mele Elevate Energy Norienne maka mele welcome Chimaobi Norienne maka mele. Anyị ga-agbapụ ya ọsọ. Chimaobi Norienne, you are highly welcome. 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 We are going to listen to Omoyele Sowore. Yes. Atachigom. Ka m na atachigom. Adịra adị ike every day. So anọkwa atachikwe. Anọkwa enyetụ break. Ọ kwesịrị. Yes, atachigom. Ị na-eme anya na ị ga-ahụ na anyị atachigom. Thank you. Let us listen to Omoyele Sowore. Mana akpọ na 1 million march Uche Norienne. Akpọ na 1 million march. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ndị nke nọ saịdị be anyị. Ndị nke nọ saịdị be anyị ezosia. All of them ezoke. Zofisia. Amara onye afụrụ obodo isi ya anya. Mana ọrụ echi na-apa abịa fashion ndị na-atụrụ fa vote. Humphrey Norienne. Akpọ na 1 million march. Maazị ndị nke anyị zosa ya. Ọrụ echi na-apa apụta inye gị advice. Ị na-aghọta? Ọrụ echi na they want you to vote for them. Ọ bụ na ọrụ echi na-ama etu iri Omoyele Sowore vote na fast ọkpụ Igbo. Mana nwa amadi arapụrụ ife ọ na-eme. Gather protest. Despite na anyị mara nọ n'ụlọ final. That is kpọmkwem. Humphrey Norienne. We are good. Chidiebere Norienne. Despite na anyị ma na ị nọ n'ụlọ bụ final. Mana ọ rapụrụ ife ọ na-eme. Ọ rapụrụ ife ọ kwesịrị ime. Wee gaba mgbadaba anyị niile. Oru echi ịtụrụ ya votu ga-atụrụ ụmụnne gị atụwa ọkụ n'ivoturu ndị ọzọ. Why not them? Mana ọ rapụrụ ife ọ ya eme. Gbadata. At least his presidency alone na-enye aka. O nyere aka mana ọkwa iji gosi gị na side ebe a ike wuru fa onwekwa onye afọ ka m na-agwa gị. Let us listen to them. And ife ọzọ ya ama bụ na protest ya agakwa na merekwa onye ma ụbọchị anyị agada again. Ọmụrụ onye ma ụbọchị anyị agada again. Ọ ya ka anyị ji ekwu okwu nke Monday ni ka ahụ ndị ọbụla ma mana ụfọdụ n'ime anyị pụtara na-agba ya takụ. Na-aghọta onye ọbụla ma nke a na every Monday ka ma imere nke 1 million march ya mere only but one day. Onye ọbụla awa ọ bụrụ iyi maintain nke a na-abịa every week jara aka mma mana ụfọdụ n'ime anyị feel na eme ọ dịka ọ nwere onye amarọkwa m aka m afụrụ ya afụrụ m the news, to be honest. Aka m afụrụ ya na social media because ama m na ọnwa ka o si wee dị na-agagba ya na social media, so ọ bụrụ ya. Mana ife mụnwa na-ekwu okwu ka mgbe imebe encourage 1 million march emene ya na ọ gaana kedu mgbe a na-eme ọzọ? Why not encourage nke a na-abịa Monday ọbụla? Ọ bụrụ ya ime nke ahụ encourage ka mma karịa nke a na kedu mgbe ihe eme ọzọ? Echi ka ọnwa ndị echi. Nke a riri fe ego ndị ọbụla ọ fụrụ ya dị ọ bụrụgodị nnọọ na-efulaịrị Sowore to Abịa ịma ego onye tiketi nọ kpọọ ya nnọọ na-agbada tiketi light ọ daa ịma ego nọ emene ya na only one day ọ gaana mana nke Monday n'Igbo Monday ọbụla ndị be anyị ka anyị mara na ife. Let us listen to Omoyele Sowore. Another one.
About today. My name is Omoyele Sowore, and I'm a friend of Oyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm also a friend and lover of justice. And I came here today against all odds to come and ask that Tinubu must free Nnamdi Kanu.
You are correct, Tina. I'm from Oyenka. From Nka, Dr. Ngozi Olabese post. I'm from Oyenka. I come out from Onyozo. So what I said they were being shot at by him was someone covered. Yes, on the Oyenka. I'm the one for Bua Branilu. So I'm going to zoom my Onyozo.
Tinubu has no option than to free Nnamdi Kanu now. We want them when they got Justice Omotosho to send Nnamdi Kanu to jail that he can never stand. And they have now understood, but they have not learned their lessons yet. We are not here to make long speeches. I came here to identify with all of you in Aba and all over Nigeria and all over the world that until Oyendu come home, we are not stopping. Until they free Nnamdi Kanu, we are not stopping.
Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pụta that he is not stopping. Ọ dịkwa mma mana ahụ ji eji ajụ n'onwe gị na bụ kedu ụbọchị anyị eme ọzọ? Mana asị na consistency bụ the key. Kedu ụbọchị a ga-eme ọzọ? That is where ịnọ n'ụlọ comes in. Not just ịbata bụrụ one of the best. No matter how you look at it, ịnọ n'ụlọ magburu onwe ya karịsịa because nke a bụ non-stopping. I'm gonna get wound. I'm gonna get wound. No story.
One house. So please, this is a peaceful march. And we have told the soldiers when we met them that it's a peaceful march, but it's their choice. So we are going to march, keep marching, no talking, but singing and chanting. And you know why I'm here. I don't look back. And I hope you all not look back. If anybody has not joined us, tell them to join us. There's no room for onlookers.
You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader.
You never any many of them are past Ravito. Yan 18 Buhaman Coin, go.
Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Follow me. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Show me the law. Show me the law. Show me the law. Show me the law. Show me the law.
Okay, are you talking to me? Why are you asking? Come back home and join them. Okay. Want me to come back home and join you? Are you there? Are you there? Were you there yesterday? Were you there? Okay, I should come back home. So if I don't come back home, you cannot tell me when next you have the protest. You just need to let me announce. Wait for me, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. I'm a freedom fighter.
Show me the law. Show me the law. Show me the law. Tinubu, show me the law. Show me the law. Tinubu, show me the law. Show me the law. Tinubu, show me the law. Show me the law. Shetima, show me the law. Show me the law. Our people of Aba, we came here today against all odds. Police, army, saboteurs.
I'm telling you
that we must go.
Emotion in the way carry what when you can say different scenario. That scenario. I want him to come in and explain that scenario to me. We are too emotional.
Come to this city and announce the freedom of our brother, our father, our friend. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me introduce myself to you once again. My name is Mazi Omoyele Show.
It is better, Jimmy. It is better you behave well. You gotta go. So we'll use Igbo for his political future. See you in Yegana or this. I'm on by Potrano. I wouldn't neck them, but the way they use in the buy for political gain. Let our own people use our own people for political gain. While and the buy idea using one day also. Why is it that na farmer use more people? Why? None they buy politicians they buy actually use them. They don't want to use us. I wouldn't they use in our complaint. Sit at home with the best. You cannot blame Sowore. We are not blaming Sowore. Although they buy that organized this thing that called him on their window there. But they are just shameless. Farmers into why you see now, waggy. No. That was why I did here. No, I don't even. No one give one a visit here. Bonya Ghana guide ya. Overall, no okwu iwepụ nọ n'ụlọ offense day. We see ya whatever we What does that tell you?
The title is only justice.
Yes.
I'm only for justice. I don't care whether you are Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, or you don't even get tribe at all. Nigeria cannot thrive when one tribe is treated different from the others. Yes. When some people can practice terrorism openly and be getting...
Okay. You are thanking God. How about the all the success? Okay, if I'm achieve now, hope Donald Trump is coming. Donald Trump will abia. At least I can hear the protest in achieve. All the matter, so one all the you are thanking God for the success of the protest. Thank God. Na ababu mmadụ na mda is na mmadụ adara. Na-esiro na Freemason na ndị Kano send ya mmadụ to obodo afedebe. You are thanking God na ababu mmadụ. Ka ezi ife o mere achieve. Maazị Nnamdi Kano ọpụtara. Because of that protest now, appeal ya officially tomorrow. Or because of that yesterday protest, his appeal or going to go tomorrow. Donald Trump will never go. Huh? Not a Yahoo. On a nose. Don't use your brain. Use your brain. Or if I can do like when at times I find it difficult to not block who knows, but until you begin to talk out of point, my block all. And when you write something like this, when if I cameraman, cameraman get where to think, so that you don't think one-sided. You are thanking God. Okay, part of awareness. Okay, let's continue.
Government patronage, while some people cannot ask for their own freedom without getting killed. The number of soldiers today that is in Aba, if they put it in Zamfara, there will be no terrorism.
So we're trying to over the bongo. But the question so we know chichi. We know na bongo into a bongo to can't win and I to vote over the bongo. Mom didn't know after we win to be goes out east. When there was so waiting. Hi, I will not carry too young game president. This mafia is the DJ. They will tell you that you are too young to be president. Leave it. Go to House of Assembly. Go there. That is go and contest. Go and become local government chairman. They can only if a government has whatever we know. Nobody will go. Or they are possible. Or when you want to pagare say they want to run the justice. Can go we know. And the worst part of it, when I make the way you watch it, or what we forget. It is not about president. I am telling you, it is not about president, you. Because overall about president by now, or presidency by now, Ndi Yoruba into a Chakaman never now, former governor of Lagos State. A question now, Lagos State, you want 24 hours electricity, over to accord. Lagos State now was 24 hours electricity, 247. Because their former governor now, Mbobo governor of many years, Obro president of many years, the same thing on your buying and suffer east, the same thing Ghana suffer Lagos. No water, no nothing, no fuel. So if we are now, no more this would make it grow. What if they change in you without a constitutional a way devolution of power, state autonomy. State you want to develop. The president game one to question each state. The news that I am hearing now is that na NEPA now be power. Now they came as state by state. Lord was it federal. I'm more federal before. All the cars know this Naka state now to do the thing. I saw where except na never euro now. Fees euro for solar. Asorog is now being run on solar. So KZ was high na chop. Asorog na solar. So what are they going to do with this same constitution? Or where you call it now? Cause na charia law that or they are possible. Where anybody of la gave fees in uno obodo bongo to what they find now. Nobody can. Obodo bụ na ndị mmadụ na-atụzi ụjọ ịbụ ndị uwe ojii, ndị mmadụ na-atụ ụjọ ịba ndị ọgba mkpọ. Ọkwa December bandits here repented Boko Haram ka ji na-use. One day they are going to overrun everybody. Case closed. Ọbụdị again before na-ekwu na na-ekele Chukwu na the protest was success.
If they put them for Sokoto, bandits for no day. If they put them for Kwara, Lakurawa for no day. If they put them for Bini, kidnappers for no day. But the truth is that they have continued to fight the civil war as a cold war. And I am not here to sugarcoat anything or anybody. Now the Kanu must be free.
Na to vote. Na-eji into a nweta mmadụ. Onye ga-abịa ichenji obodo bongo. Onye ahụ is joking o. Onye ahụ abịagodi mee ọfụma, ha about onye ga-abịa na-esi ya n'azụ. Ya bụ problem efuru n'obodo bongo. Let's say na enwetara president na-abịara mee ọfụma. What of the next president ya abịa? So ọ bụrụ na obodo bongo na-efisiri ya, fees the structure. Omandema, oh, ya ka eji ekwu nwere onwe. Because atụ na-enye ya powers that be asimba. Na ụma nkwa ihe ọma. Ntu efere ọ gara ihe a na the organizers ya gbara ya ticket. Probably ha lodge ya. Ndị nke ahụ abụọ ya ka elekwu ihe elekwu dị na his presence no bịara abịa. Let's continue to listen.
Whether they like it or not, and we must assure you that he's coming back home very soon.
Ogono siri nwanne ụlọ ime disclose all his location na Gabriel. Ịma na ga eji unu je eme campaign. You don't know. Oge ijire je suo ya ime. Eje ebe ọ nọ je buru ya. Ọ bụ ịma na campaign ga-eji aje eme. Ọ bụ so were esuru ya ime. Oh, ndị Igbo. Stop complaining.
I've never done something like this that did not work.
Yes.
And this one will not be different.
Yes.
And we believe and we trust him as well that he will never disappoint us.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the reason they have not accepted to release him is that he has not relinquished the struggle.
Yes.
He has never went into any agreement with them that he will abandon the struggle. It's the reason why Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. So this one is nothing. You people, you know that I also went.
A man here so we can do well, little free. But on a poor over the bongo. Open no make that poor Yoruba nation now to Teyaka. That is the truth. You want to know where I'm. No, got other side there now.
To prison in 2019.
Yes.
In fact, October, we went to prison together.
Yes.
With Fine Boy.
Yes.
We came back feeling better.
Refreshed.
Wait, the people that sent us to prison, they themselves are now in prison.
Yes. 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 Yeah. It's clear.
Yes.
Yeah. Solidarity.
Many of them say, many of them, to solidarity. That is the most important thing to many of them.
is another Savior. Is another Savior. Is another Savior. Is another Savior.
Now the protest in Gachagoro. Emarifa join ya Tiente. Nande ne go no.
Abakalawano. Mamano. Abakalawano. Mamano. Kalawano. Mamano. Kalawano. Mamano. Kalawano. Mamano. Because for Muna in the Namata, the Chukwakuaka, I am ekele. One night in Woke, Mazi, Omoya Shore. I'm a Mazi, Obin Chita. Yes. Onyaba. Eba Webekanye. I job your man. Nudo. Na Obijura in Nana Batage. Yes. I can make Kukwa and Asusubeke. Yes. With utmost sense of humility. On behalf of the people of Aba, of which I'm a proud indigene, it's my village. Yes. We welcome you, Mazi Omoyele Showore. Yes. To Aba. You're welcome. You've always stood for a just cause. What is justice? Justice is nothing but truth in action. Yes. There is absolutely no way these oppressors can sit on our nose and expect us to keep quiet while they get balanced. Yes. It does not follow that way. And we have made the promise to our people that we must continue to ensure that the voices of our people get to the quarter where it needs to be heard. I also wish to appeal to you, my people, that we should, under no circumstance, betray this cause. Yes. The cause of justice. The cause of justice.
Okay, Muzini, Kara was over. Nobody on the protest. Obia fees, you want to protest. He have now one the fees protest. Also, we reckon Obia the protest now. Yeah. So we don't worry about the organizer. In fact, only more money to so why not blame your own? Ndera proceed at home had Aquado. Second council on there, organ coalition. On that, you get blame. Justin, no, blame your own people in the protest. Boy.
The cause of justice. I got trying to Rama. I got trying to Manototo. I got to no money here. I got to no manabale. Honest and ungodly. Yati Ananya, honest and ungodly. Honest and ungodly. Honest and ungodly. It's an ungodly. Okwa Kutabu, Federal Government of Nigeria. I will I say that we demand equal treatment in the Federal Republic. Yes. Oh. There is no way some of our leaders will go out of
Don't mind that boy or that guy. That's Proleano. Let's give me a campaign. Give me a rally. Oh, no, my body, I have ya. Oh, no, I'm going to protest. You know, organize it. Boy, no, my sponsor, yeah. If there's a blame, so represent the sponsors.
Only themselves, abandoning the man who is speaking for all of us, for justice. I urge you, as always, let us remain peaceful so they will not fault us in any way. Yes.
You are a
No long story. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released now. Whether Tinubu likes it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must spend the Easter with us. He has suffered enough. But he understands it. And that's why I'm always proud of him. Because he says all the time, listen to this. For a freedom fighter, there are 3 places of abode. The first is prison. Second is exile. The worst is graveyard. But today, we are going to send our oppressors to the graveyard so that we can enjoy freedom.
Freedom fighters, prison, and any exile. Now, when it is prison, those who are not in Europe can put you for his release, for his freedom, and the freedom on a work. One on exile, organ whereby they push within the honor to make sure na ndị nọ corporate ka nwere onwe bịa or no. Now the question is, okay, we in the federal government of obodo Bongo no n'ikpe we know fan no far up here we know fa or not we know na fan na papa nwere onwe ko bo we know fa oputa o continue okwu okwu nwere onwe e ma na aka tugide ya nga ya tugide ya nga ike awu. So no bụrụ na ị mara ife, the best thing ị ga-eme na nke ya ọ nọ n'ime, you continue pushing for that nwere onwe a ya nwa bụkpụrụ ya n'ime, so that nwere onwe a bịa ewere nwere onwe wepụta ya. Presently o nwere ndị na-aga okwu ya is release bụ ụmụnne ya adịghị ekwu okwu freedom. Ihe a na-ekwu okwu bụ the freedom of their brother. That is one thing you must know. Ihe ụmụnne ya na-ekwu okwu ya bụ the freedom of their brother. Nke nwande ka ife ị na-ekwu okwu ya, ife ị kwesịrị na-ekwu okwu ya bụ the freedom of nke Biafra, ma ọ bụ na pen gị na-arụ ọrụ. And the freedom nke Biafra bụ under GSPEL declared ka ị ga na-ekwu ya. Because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọ dịghị nnọọ ichere obodo bụ nga ama na ọ chọrọ ikewa, ọ chọrọ nkewa. So obodo bụ ngo ja nna anọ owinu obongo na court. Owinu obongo na court o isi ya ka ọ gbapụtagodiri. Ha abata isi nwere onwe. Ọ pụtakwa continue okwu nwere onwe. Mana when you push for nwere onwe will free him.
Deserve freedom in the southeast. We don't deserve soldiers who are killing people. We don't deserve soldiers and police who have no respect for human rights. An average Igbo man just wants to do his business and be successful at it. There is no reason for us to be treated as the scum of the earth in our own country. And we have told them.
So in now, if not so worry, no na ha bada. That is human for you. No na bada for age. Boy. If you na bada na age. Even my man on ground, everybody is aging gradually. So the earlier I see, better for us all. That is the truth. Elijah more less than a half more than age. Same goes to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, your supreme leader. So the earlier you push, follow instructions, better for us all. I'm telling you, the earlier you push, do the right thing, better for us all.
You don't hide it. Yes. If you don't want us to be part of the country, leave us alone.
Okay, if leave us alone. If you don't have a say, oh yeah, come, let us talk about referendum. They cannot. Oh yeah, wait up. Now steps GSPEL declared and take now. Get your ID. After ID, the next passport. we are going to force them to recognize us, because Obodo Bongo cannot do it for you. They cannot. That is the truth. Let you go. Let you go where? In wherever you get. You don't know where you are going, because many of you have refused to do the right thing. They say, let you go. Before. Nobody hold you. Rather than you hold yourself. You will organize protests, invite Sowore. The next minute you begin to complain. Oh, this Sowore, you are using us for political gains. But who's Sowore ever the organizer? The organizers that refused to do that is working. Or encourage our people to participate in that one that is working. On our front that, what will we? Let us go.
There is
Let me go.
There's one and only one way of guaranteeing this marriage that Lord God put together. Justice is the only way. Respect is the only way. Fundamental human rights is the only way. Equality is the only way. Equity is the only way. Somebody cannot be a terrorist in Sokoto and you lay red carpet for them. And you call the freedom fighters of the Southeasterners a terrorist. Whereas you are sending money to terrorists. As we speak, terrorists are on TikTok in Nigeria. They are doing giveaway. Bandits are hugging soldiers.
Be careful.
They are calling it understanding.
Be careful.
Kidnappers have taken over the country. But the people who are only asking for justice using their fists that become the enemy of our country. We shall never like that to continue in our country. That is the reason I came to Aba today. And I must tell you, when I was heading to Aba, all kinds of threats, don't enter Aba, they go kill you, they go match you. Now Aba be this, we don't get another one. Now Aba be this, Aba has a significance in our lives. It's the home of the freedom fighter of our time. And we'll come back to celebrate. When Nnamdi Kanu is released, I will escort him back here. And thank you. And we shall shame all the people who have maltreated him. Yes, sir. Let me tell you a small secret, which is known to all of you. Everybody inside the Buhari regime that fought against Nnamdi Kanu has either died or they are imprisoned themselves.
That is that when you deliberately undermine the truth, you face consequences. Welcome.
Where is Buhari today? He don't find. Where's Abakari today? He don't find. Where is plenty of them? Where is Malami today? Prison. Make I tell you now one. Make I tell you now one thing. Can you believe that Malami is staying in the prison room that Fine Boy used his money to develop when we went to prison in 2025? That's where the idiot is enjoying our money now. But that's just the beginning of the beginning. We shall not stop until we see the beginning of their end. Thank you very much. We started without thinking we can start today. But the message has been sent all over the world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must come home. Whether Tinubu like it or not, it is time to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go. But in case they don't listen to us, we know how to make them listen to us. This whole country will be shut down. I promise you I can make it happen. We have shut down Abuja. We have come to Aba. The next time is a revolution now. Revolution now. Revolution now. Revolution. Nothing but the revolution can make these people change their mind. But it will start with our brother, Nnamdi Kanu, who you all know is a revolutionary too. Jesus Christ is a revolutionary too. Even Prophet Muhammad is a revolutionary too. So the people who are using religion to divide us should know that the people who they say are their forefathers in the religious world are revolutionary too. We have no business not being revolutionary too. And we are tired of oppression. 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 Are you not tired of oppression? Are you not tired of the Tinubus of this world? The Shetimas of this world? The Buharis of this country?
How
If
can
you are
they be
tired,
tired?
let us meet again tomorrow. We want to take a break now, but we want the police or the army.
Tomorrow, the protest are the on time. Is it on today?
Navy, Civil Defense, Boy Scouts, Boys Brigade, Vigilante, anybody there, nobody must touch our people. If you touch anybody, you know what happened to the people who touched us the last time. You know where they are. Thank you very much. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. I can't hear you. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. It's okay.
So I'm because I know what I'm today. I know what I'm gonna. But before we continue, there is something I want to show you. There is something I want to show you. On a campaign or all nobody. He's a businessman. Over opportunity to market gives here. If I am from Channels TV, if a fool we for Kande Marisi Abagozi. People just don't know you can go. Wait for that. Wait for that. It is not easy. Already easy. Wait for that. Now let us go to Adeola. Adeola have something to say before we come back to
the one source actually claimed that the government paid approximately 40 million naira per whole stage, estimating the total to be around $7 million. These funds were allegedly transported by helicopter into Boko Haram's enclave in Goza, Borno State, near the Cameroonian border. That in itself tells us that the Nigerian government knows the address of Boko Haram. They know where to find them. They know where they are living. You understand? They know their enclave. They know how to enter their apartment. This money was said to have been handed over to a terrorist named Ali Ngulde, a senior Boko Haram commander. The investigation also fingered a feared Boko Haram figure who is known as Sadiku. They said he's the mastermind. This man called Sadiku is already famous for allegedly hijacking a passenger train from Abuja in 2022 and extracting hefty ransom from the passengers. And beyond operating from Borno, the man also allegedly operates a terror cell in Niger State. I'm telling you, Nigerian government, they don't just know their address, they know their offices, like all the branches that they have. 2 Boko Haram commanders were also allegedly freed as part of the negotiation. It wasn't just the money that was paid, it wasn't just the billions that was paid. The Nigerian government also allegedly freed 2 Boko Haram.
I went there. Ogun State 1006. It is heading to 2000. If you see Kanabiaga, so brace up.
Commanders, and they are telling us that they've declared war against terror. So this just makes it obvious that the Nigerian government is the one funding terrorism in Nigeria.
Sorry. Go. Listen.
The one source actually claimed that the government paid approximately 40 million naira per hostage, estimating the total to be around $7 million. These funds were allegedly transported by helicopter into Boko Haram's enclave in Goza, Borno State, near the Cameroonian border. That in itself tells us that the Nigerian government knows the address of Boko Haram. They know where to find them. They know where they are living. You understand? They know their enclave. Go. They know how to enter their apartment. This money was said to have been handed over to a terrorist named Ali Ngulde, a senior Boko Haram commander. The investigation also fingered a feared Boko Haram figure who is known as Sadiku. They said he's the mastermind. This man called Sadiku is already famous for allegedly hijacking a passenger train from Abuja in 2022 and extracting hefty ransom from the passengers. And beyond operating from Borno, the man also allegedly operates a terror cell in Niger State. I'm telling you, Nigerian government, they don't just know their address, they know their offices, like all the branches that they have. 2 Boko Haram commanders were also allegedly freed as part of the negotiation. It wasn't just the money that was paid, it wasn't just the billions that was paid. The Nigerian government also allegedly freed 2 Boko Haram commanders, and they are telling us that they've declared war against terror. So this just makes it obvious that the Nigerian government is the one funding terrorism in Nigeria.
That is Bongo. Now let me show you the Marana powerful. People are suffering. Fuel 1/6. Whatever na bandits. Car check Gumi.
The federal government has repeatedly always said they don't pay ransom. They don't negotiate, and in any way they don't, dialogue with bandits. Do you feel like these statements, people are getting it mixed up with, with the opportunity to want to, involve violence when dealing with this banditry?
See, when government speaks about this, they look at the audience it's speaking to. This we don't speak with terrorists, we don't speak with violent rebels. Usually it starts from America, but America is the first one that dialogue with the till there is any interest or benefits. We are filming dialogue with Taliban, Israel and Hamas are in dialogue all over the world. IRA and United Kingdom were in dialogue. They had a war for a long time, and terrorism to bombs in London and there. They dialogue. So if dialogue can bring peace, we are men of peace. We want peace. Even IPOB, which wants secession,
Okay, you see by the way.
if they are ready to put down their arms, come to the round table and discuss even secession, I'm ready. I will support them.
And the Boko Haram.
One is violence. So when government say don't do something, is different. When government say is going to do something, it may not do it. When it say don't do something, it may be doing it. Now people have this kind of mistrust.
The federal government has repeatedly always said they don't pay ransom. They don't negotiate, and in any way they don't, dialogue with bandits. Do you feel like these statements, people are getting it mixed up with, with the opportunity to want to, involve violence when dealing with this banditry?
See, when government speaks about this, they look at the audience it's speaking to. This we don't speak with terrorists, we don't speak with white American liberals. Usually it starts from America, but America is the first one that dialogue with the till there is any interest or benefits. We have seen in dialogue with Taliban, Israel, and Hamas are in dialogue all over the world. IRA and United Kingdom were in dialogue. They had a war for a long time, and terrorism took bombs in London and there. They dialogue. So if dialogue can bring peace, we are men of peace. We want peace. Even IPOB, which wants secession, if we are ready to put down their arms, come to the round table and discuss even secession, I'm ready. I will support them. What we don't want is violence. So when government say doesn't do something, is different. When government say is going to do something, it may not do it. When it say it doesn't do something, it may be doing it. You know.
You can't work. You can't work. Now let us listen to Omoyele over there. What he have to say. Banyere Chegumi. So Chegumi is telling you that that the federal government may tell you that they are not doing this thing. Listen.
Does not go alone to negotiate. It goes with the police, the military, and other security agencies. And what do you think about this?
I've spoken about Sheikh Gumi before, and if you remember exactly what I said, that he's not a foolish man as people think he is. He's actually a smart person. He might be smart for different reasons, and he might be egregious in his ways. And I just told you what I always known. He's not telling you anything new. All these terrorists are in bed with people in government. Whenever there is mass kidnapping, why do you think that government is able to hear from the terrorists? Because they have their phone numbers. If they call one side, the one in Niger, those ones we give them the telephone number of the one in Katsina. They say, no, it's not us, so it's our friends in Katsina that did it. That's how they know Gumi is not lying. There's no major terrorist and there's no major criminal in Nigeria that is not known to security agencies. But you even find kidnappers doing MCs at the children naming ceremony of police commissioners in Nigeria. They know themselves. They help themselves. I once told you last year that there's a guy who is into fraud that was given an office at the Nigeria Police Headquarters, one Jesha. So how he's not lying. They know all the terrorists. If they want to wipe out the terrorists today, they know where to get them and wipe them out. They know it. I'm not in government, and I'm not any of the security agencies, but I also know that government knows these terrorists. In fact, so many of terrorists, they call up people in government when they are bored and say, what's happening now? We haven't been allowing us to operate. We want you to leave some areas for us. So it's very true. He's not lying. And that is why we always say that government in this country is a crime. People in government, yes.
The U.S.
reaction to the Nigerian spokesperson that trying to defend himself. He's trying to defend the government that has already rubbished before the initiative.
We are talking about Daniel Bwala. So my own position is different from everybody. Everybody is talking about Bwala as if it is possible to defend Tinubu. It's not possible. Bwala is just trying, and you see, it doesn't have to even be with the Al Jazeera guy. But the other thing that surprises me is that, are you expecting Bwala to be successful? All of you are asking us, so if Bwala had been able to present the case very well, would you give him a Nobel Prize? So everybody's making it sound like, oh, he failed. Well, if you are not a failure, why would you join the Tinubu regime in the first place? All of them are in the same WhatsApp group. So you don't want Bwala to fail? That's what surprised me about some opposition people. Their reaction is as if we are expecting Bwala to just go there and just defeat and perform and present Nigeria as an Eldorado where Nigeria is falling apart. It's impossible, So that's why it surprises me that this is my first comment on Bwala's gift. It's not possible to defend Tinubu anywhere. Even if Bwala met a secondary school boy, he would say, I've defeated him. in this age of Google and AI, you can Google and find on AI in Nigeria what is happening as it is happening. Now you can use it to confront any of these guys, you know. But the problem that most people have is that you must understand that the Boalas of this world, the Reno mockeries of this world, it is hunger that drove them to go to the government. So what do you expect them to do? They have to defend their bellies and their esophagus. That's what took them there. Forget about everything they tell you that, oh, I have a flourishing law practice. Now this thing. But if your law practice is flourishing, what are you doing rubbishing yourself and your generations yet unborn? Nobody will do that. Definitely something is not flourishing in your life. That's why you're working with Tinubu. And lastly, I'm even sure that Tinubu himself is surprised that Boala did so terribly bad. But we may not also be surprised that for them, every publicity is good publicity, whether it's good or bad. So they might be praising him. Who knows?
Stop wasting your most valuable asset on tasks that shouldn't exist.
With regards to the organ harvesting case, as I told you earlier before the judge came, there is a police report. The Nigeria Police Inspector General's office actually instituted a panel to uncover what was going on after the uproar stemming from the publications on, I think, GSPEL, one of the online blogs. And there was a report, but they buried the report because the policemen involved were very highly connected. And but the report, I got hold of some part of the report and was published yesterday. And the report, even though it was trying very hard to indict this fellow, it also went ahead to disclose 11 deaths in 2022 alone, carried out by these policemen at Akunzu, RRS. And the police never did anything about it. I also mentioned earlier that all the persons indicted in that report have either been promoted or even been given judicial positions. In fact, the fellow whose case led to the arrest of, who was arrested for being a member of IPOB, has also been freed on bail. He has been traveling between Turkey and Nigeria doing his business. So the only person that's still left in detention is the whistleblower, this youth copper who wanted to serve his country. That's why a lot of people hate serving Nigeria, because Nigeria will do you dirty. So that's where we are as far as that issue is concerned. We are pushing to ensure that he's released, and we have asked the new Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, to intervene immediately, not to pretend like he didn't see this case, and to intervene in other cases, all these needless and unwarranted arrests, detention, and prosecution of persons who are merely expressing themselves. We have asked him to quash all these cases. There's a case of another woman in Lagos, Maureen Badejo, who is a blogger from the UK. The police authorities there connive with pastors, Pastor Suleiman, Apostle Sule woman, you know, and another apostle, another priest in Lagos, Daniel Olukoya, Dr. Daniel Olukoya, to arrest this woman. And the woman was taken to the magistrate court. The magistrate granted her bail. She didn't run away. She went back before a federal high court. The federal high court, won by Justice Akintayo Aloko, sent her to detention. You don't detain somebody when they have been granted bail. And the essence of granting bail is that the person will come back. It's not punishment. And we have asked Disu, I call him Disu, to immediately discontinue all these rubbish cybercrime cases and stop the police from engaging in harassing people in the name of cybercrime. The country is in need of repolicing. As I'm talking to you, Maiduguri has been encircled by Boko Haram. Yes. It's a matter of time before Maiduguri falls if something serious is not done. And your policemen are here paying attention to rubbish. You all are aware, when I said it last time, that a lot of states are going to be besieged by terrorists and bandits. terrorists is what we know them as. But when they call them bandits, just to make you feel a little better. But they do the same thing. Now, these bandits have reached Ondo State. They have reached Edo State. They have almost taken over Northern Kwara. They have reached Kogi State. The biggest terrorist camps in the country are very close to here, Suleja. And also, another huge one is in, what's this place called? Bajana. In Kogi State. So even Abuja, all of you who are walking around thinking that you have security, Abuja is not safe. Because if the chips are down, the rich people will just use their own personal security to escape. They will leave the ordinary people to suffer their own fate. It is happening, and that's why police must be serious work at this time. Anybody who is in the police force, who is going after people who kill chicken, somebody's collected somebody's wife or girlfriend, it's rubbish policing, and all those people should be fished and pushed out of the police force. And I'm using the opportunity to also talk to the guy who is in charge of the legal department in the police, one AIGI now, who I have spoken to personally to discontinue these trials. But I heard that because he's a pastor himself, he wants to help his fellow pastors to prosecute people. And I'm wondering, what are all these pastors? Why do they believe in God if God cannot fight for them? Why? Throughout the reign of Satan, and Satan is still reigning, Satan has never used the police to arrest anybody. Satan don't even trust Nigeria police. Why would you be using police, which is even by biblical standard, Nigeria police is a satanic agency. I'm not saying it just for the sake of saying it, but if you know what policemen do, even God, when God sees what Nigeria police does to his own creation, God himself shakes in his boots. How can pastors then go near such an agency to help them fight ordinary people?
Be careful.
The pastor should be fighting the police to reform and sanitize the police. But pastors are deploying police to fight innocent people. That tells you the state of religion in this country as well. Most of these religious leaders, I'm not sorry to say it, they don't believe in God. They are just using God to make money. God is a hustle for them. Otherwise, how can you believe in God and you go and ask police to help you arrest somebody? Instead of you to just ask God to arrest the person. And there's nothing God cannot do. What God cannot do does not exist. I know what they say. So why don't they trust God to fight their battles and they go to police, a godless organization, to go and carry out this fight for them? Yes.
The Electoral Act now stipulates that certificate forgery cannot stop a politician from contesting for office. If they come and they have forged certificates, they cannot stop it.
What do you expect when the president of the country, Nigeria, cannot trace where he got his certificate from? He can't. There's nobody who knows where Tinubu graduated from. Only Tinubu himself knows the university he graduated from, the university he went to secondary school at, the university where the primary school he went to. So it's natural that certificate forgery will no longer be a crime. It's going to get to a point where everything you think is a crime will no longer be a crime in this country, including drug peddling. They will soon tell you that it's not a crime to carry cocaine and distribute heroin. That anybody that's doing it is doing legitimate business. So that is why I'm not surprised to hear that certificate forgery, because most of the people in leadership in Nigeria forge their certificates. That's the truth.
You can now complete your British master degree entirely online in just 1 year.
Tinubu, nobody knows where his certificate came from. Wike has 2 birthdays as a person. Nobody can tell you that this is how Wike actually, where the year he graduated from law school. Everybody's just saying that Wike is a lawyer, Wike is a lawyer. And you cannot hear any case that Wike has ever won before as a lawyer. You talk about Akpabio, I think he's a lawyer too. Maybe those ones I don't know. But anytime you see them in the political circle, just know that they have done something funny and fake with regards to their certificates. So you have a lot of them like that in the system that can't prove to you where they genuinely went to school and who their classmates are and how they graduated. Most of them graduated, they didn't do NYC, and they went and forged the certificates, NYC discharge certificate. I did NYC, I wasn't given a certificate, but I didn't forge the certificate. They are still with it today. I say when they are tired, they'll give it to me. But you have said that APC people is always against rule of law. They're against fairness. They're against transparency. That's what the party represents. So I'm not surprised. But even Tinubu himself, when he was still part of, when he was living the fake of a pro-democracy activist, he was accused of treason. And people defended him at that time to say, look, if you're accused of treason, which is the same thing the soldiers are accused of, you should be given fair trial. Abiola was accused of treason. He was granted bail. It's one of the most popular cases we cite when we are asking for bail for accused persons. That the fact that accused of a capital offense does not make you automatically guilty. And anybody who has been accused of treason, if there is a treason case, you should allow them to prepare for trial. Under the military, everybody accused of treason was allowed to defend themselves. And you see them, they will show them, they allow their families to visit with them. So why should we be under democracy and people are accused of any offense for that matter? And we already presume that they are guilty because we are accused of it. So what happens to presumption of innocence? So I don't pay attention to all those APC people. They should be careful. And it's very important. One day they will be out of office. They will be accused of offenses and they will not be running after looking for Shore to come and help them fight for their innocence. We just talked about Malamitu here, who was here today. That's how they used to behave. They will grant people bail, they will be cordial, and they will not respect it. Now, they're asking for respect for rule of law. The same thing with Rufai. When he was governor in his state, they did as if the world started and ended with them. Now, they're asking for the rule of law, transparency. They're asking for fair trial. What we're asking for is fair trial. And if you don't have any case against them, just swallow your pride and let them go. It's so simple as that. So but they know the game they are playing. Because if they've been detained for 5 months, now going to 6 months, and you claim publicly that you have already concluded your investigation, put them on trial. There's no big deal about that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
The US, we spoke earlier about insecurity and how it's affecting people. And the US has warned of terror attack in Nigeria on their Nigerian embassy. Do you think they are trying to move this war to Nigeria, or it's just the
US don't need to tell you that there will be a terrorist attack before you should know there will be. I just mentioned to you, Maiduguri is surrounded, Abuja is surrounded, Lagos probably they already have like many cells there. So the US don't need to tell you anything to know that. And as to whether the attack on Iran and Donald Trump has already started a third world war. He just hasn't announced it. Because anytime you have this scale of attack, when you are using weapons that have never been introduced before, everybody in the world will be alarmed and they are all joining in somehow. Everybody is already allied in a way. So, and to say that, to be asking whether Nigeria is part of Nigeria was introduced into Donald Trump's war in December 2025. He bombed without notification, he bombed Nigeria. What do they call war other than that? Just wake up on Christmas and somebody threw a bomb into your country. If we had capacity and we had leadership, do you think we would not be at war with America by now? We would have thrown a bomb back too. If we had the capacity like Iran, we would have thrown some bomb, but we don't have any bombs that is functioning. They have embezzled the money for everything. So if Nigeria were to be Iran, do you think we will not respond on the 25th? We would have responded. So we're already involved in the war. We are just managing our own low-key. because we don't have the capacity to fight an open-ended war. Yes.
Lastly, sir, what do you have to say about the removal of Fakorede from his office?
Those ones are like things I don't pay too much attention. Those are temporary. It's just like the removal of my Boy Scout friend, Ben 1010, what do they call it name? Who came to do CWS in Abuja. His industrial attachment, 6 months is gone. But the only thing I have to say is that these are individuals that I've had cause to warn. When Ben 1010 was coming to Abuja, this palace jester had just left, Muyiwa Adejobi. And I warned him, I said, look, if you come and do the nonsense Muyiwa is doing here, because I see him and Muyiwa, they're like sidekicks. I said, if you come and do it, you'll be disgraced. And that's what came to pass. And he made one of the greatest blunders in his life, defending somebody who you didn't have to defend. Victor Agbetokun is not a member of the police force. Why are you defending that he got 100 million naira accidentally into his account? Why didn't I get the money deposited accidentally into my account? But because they're all stupid people. With regards to Fakorede hasn't met even what is coming his way yet. And that's what I want to say. He was the one who, by the way, in September, got the contract to arrest me, prosecute me. I was the one who sent a CBSP to come and break my hand at the FID. And I remember when we were doing the interrogation, I said, Fakorede, I know you very well because I know that you went and took this contract. You went to meet the IG that I can handle Showore. So this is the last job you will do before you will go down. And, he's a very pompous guy because he's also a lawyer. He's a guy that's been in this impunity for a long time. He has done SARS before. They've killed people and gotten away with it, He used to be in Port Harcourt defending Amechi versus... So he's very, very well versed in impunity. And his reply was that there's nothing. He said, you don't know me. I will show you who I am. It's no problem. So by the time we were done with that case, he knew that it was a different situation. But of course, this guy was still there, Egwetokun. So it was same Fakorede that then went and applied to get all my bank accounts, if you guys remember, so that he can use it to blackmail me. I told him again, Fakorede, this is going to be your last assignment. He refused to listen. When he went and arrested the Tracy Nita, I called him. I said, Fakorede, release this woman now. I went there. I saw him personally. Fakorede, I kept warning you. Stop being an asshole. Of course, he said, no, nothing will happen because it's like he takes contracts to do dirty jobs. And I reminded him again. I said, I have told you there will be an end to this. The first phase of his end has come because he's no longer in the IGP. But we are monitoring to ensure his next posting. You can't trust the police. They might even take him to a better place where he can do a better dirty job because they're always looking for people who can do dirty jobs. So we'll wait until he gets his next posting. And privately, I sent me a message that I should look out for his next posting. If it is not traffic, we have a problem with it. If it's not controlling traffic in Abuja, just so that you know, Fakorede, if your next posting is not about controlling traffic in Abuja, we will have a problem with you. But I would advise, if I were to be you, it's time to retire from the police and wait for comeuppance because one day you have to answer for your crimes. That's all I can say.
Just before you go,
Yeah.
27
Serious dictation was driving me crazy, so I switched to whisper flow. Here's why I'll never go back.
Let's let us listen to this. Before I run, there is emergency that I must attend to. I have organized this TV station.
How do you now want me sitting down here this morning? I'm just one out of 280 million Nigerians to have faith when the president himself, in whom you are saying we should have faith in, has moved Aso Rock away from the grid.
Exactly.
And has now put it on solar.
What better message does that send that it doesn't have confidence in the power sector for them to go off grid?
The Aso Rock is now
independent
on
of
solar
grid wahala.
Meaning that the person even telling us to have faith and saying we should have faith in his, superior or the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria did not do his fact check to see that, oh, while I was telling them to have faith, I forgot that the presidency has also moved away from the power grid. They are now on solar. Can you make some form of understanding in this case? I don't understand.
All right. The Minister of Power has gotten himself a nickname. It's a Yoruba nickname, and if you interpreted it or translated it to English, it would be the King of Darkness. You know, wow. Okiki, there's the Okiki of, I've forgotten how
it's online. That's what they're calling it.
There's a name that he's been given.
It's not from us, it's online.
In countries where people realize that actions had consequences, just as inactions also have consequences, he would not dare to run for governorship because he would realize that the scorecard by which citizens would measure his performance will be how he has served as minister. And then if he's done a great job as minister, then he would be confident enough to run for governor, knowing that the fact speaks for itself, res ipsa loquitur. Unfortunately, that is not the situation here. What we're seeing is the minister, there's the allegation of a brazen attempt to run for governorship. And Nigerians should decide at the polls.
While in such an important portfolio.
If you look on YouTube, see comments.
People that are even fully concentrated as ministers, they've not solved the issue. You are now half minister, half politician.
It's really, really sad. On YouTube, we can see people saying, this is the worst minister of power for now. We have never had it this bad. What patience? Nonsense. This is ridiculous. No electricity for the past 2 months. No.
He should be the worst because the presidency have left him behind, or he have left Asorok behind. There is no light. Ndị kwesịrị inwe ọkụ, ndị kwesịrị ime ya na-agwa gị nwee hope. Ị na-anya efu na ọkụ dị. At least ha isigori from their end na monitor. Ọfa nwere ewere ntụfasị enwe ọkụ na monitor. They no longer have any business with NEPA. So the company use now. I ain't talking. Join us in some hours time as we continue. Bye for now and stay blessed.